Turlock Unified School District has always meant a great deal to me. I've always believed that we've been small enough to keep traditions and relationships at the forefront of our work, but large enough to remain progressive and purposeful. My colleagues and I always look forward to coming to work every day. Individually and collectively, we make great things happen for students, and it's always wonderful to wake up in the morning and know that I'm going to work at a place where I feel respected and a part of a team that makes a difference for so many.
Things that connected me to school, particularly in high school, I was really involved in FFA. I played basketball. When I was in the 6th grade, I was student council president, and I ran track in 8th grade as well. So I've kind of tried to stay involved during my time in school and stay connected.
Definitely the theater department at Pittman High School. That was the space where I found community. I found all of my friendships. I met the girl who I'm married to now. I found a passion for performing arts that led me to a career. And that was the place where I knew that if I needed somebody who was safe or friendly or positive, that I would find them there, and it really was an anchor for me in my high school experience.
The teachers, they made me feel at home, and it definitely planted the seed for me to want to create the same environment for the students that I would work with in the future, and it's been amazing seeing that come to life.
The great teachers, administrators that the school had. Dana was actually the principal when I attended Turlock High School. She was awesome. I made lots of friends. I enjoyed all the activities. Just a great experience during my school time.
What I really loved was just being a Bulldog. I loved showing up in my blue and gold to rallies and sporting events to cheer on my friends.
I've always been so social, but here at TUSD, not only are the kids so social, I remember growing up, but the teachers were really involved, the staff, and it just always made school a place to come and have fun, which always helped with learning. Gatherings, clubs, sporting events, and that just helped ease into kind of finding your own at school and making it a little bit easier to the educational aspect of it.
What connected me most while I was at TUSD schools was my teachers. I really connected to many of them. Some of my teachers in junior high, and then in high school I had some teachers who were mentors, club advisors, sports advisors, who really connected to me and helped me cross that finish line and be successful.
Turlock Unified School District is filled with remarkable, extraordinary, dedicated colleagues. It's for this reason that many of our own students decide to come back to give back and to duplicate what they received when they were a part of the Turlock Unified School District educational system. Often, many will describe the compassion, the care, the mentorship, and the guidance that so many provided them, and they're ready to do the same for others.
My teachers and the staff, whether it was in elementary school, middle school, or high school, I feel like everyone was so accommodating and supportive. Their willingness to give me that additional time.
Mostly just the help of my teachers, lots of after-school help, during lunch help, things like that. I was very much a perfectionist, and so whenever I had a question I really needed an answer, my teachers were really good at helping me get there.
The support I received was mainly from my high school counselor, Linda Gillespie. She was always very helpful and kind of showed me a way to where I wanted to study and what I wanted to do.
All my coaches growing up were very supportive and challenging and pushing me to always be my best.
What connected me most to school was the relationships I created with my teachers and the individuals that were responsible for me as far as my academics go and sports. I was heavily involved in sports. I played football here all 4 years. The relationships I created with my coaches is something that'll stay with me for a lifetime. And the relationships that I created with teachers, the most meaningful ones were the ones where I had the opportunity to kind of seek their guidance and academic support outside of the classroom, and those are also relationships that I'll never forget.
I loved going to school every day. It was, I didn't like to miss school. Some of the reasons for that was obviously friends. The staff here too, I had a lot of great teachers who I still see today.
Anytime I felt like I was faced with a challenge, I knew there was someone I could turn to. And sometimes it wasn't so obvious, but there was always someone there. Whether it was a teacher, a counselor, an administrator, a classmate, someone who could direct me in the right way and give me the advice I needed, really is what got me through some really tough times in my K-12 experience.
Throughout my 32 years in Turlock Unified School District, one of the things that I'm always most pleasant to hear is the feedback from alumni who share stories and sentiments about the colleagues in our district who who've made a tremendous difference and a positive impact on their lives, both personally and professionally. Often I will ask them, have you had the opportunity to share this with so-and-so? And the response is normally, no, I never had the opportunity to, or I don't know how they would take it, or I just haven't had the chance. And so with that said, one of the reasons why this project came to be was I really felt it was critical for my colleagues to hear firsthand the positive impact they have made on so many. I don't realize that they often understand the impact and how they've set so many up for success in our community for a future.
My adult champion was Mr. Froland, who was my 5th grade teacher at Brown Elementary. He was just an awesome teacher that made learning fun in every way possible, and being that I'm a 5th grade teacher now, I like to model my teaching style after him because I remember him very, very well.
I had a few adult champions. Of course, one of my automotive teachers, Howard Siggins, whom I ended up replacing, which was kind of some big shoes to fill. Another teacher we had here, Dave Moser, was my metal shop teacher, and he was an amazing instructor. And then I had an English teacher, Ames Countryman, that was just an amazing human that could get any kid to want to learn. And I just kind of took cues from him of thinking that's what a good teacher is right there. So a few well-rounded individuals to kind of create who I am as a teacher today.
I would say I have 2 adult champions that help support me. One of those would be Veric Visaraga, who was a tennis coach here at Turlock High School. Definitely helped me become a team leader, to be supportive. And then also Stephen Diaz, who was the drama teacher here at the time. And he definitely helped me become less shy, took me under his wing, and I was able to really see a future in theater for myself. And not only that, as I wanted to, and then in turn help kids get out of their comfort zone, get out of their shell, and become less shy, be more themselves, and have a safe space when it sometimes doesn't feel so safe.
One of the benefits at Turlock Unified is that I had a lot of adult champions. So the first one was when I was in 6th grade, Miss Chittum, and she was an awesome teacher. And then in high school, I had 3 specifically. So they were Miss Asgell, Mr. Huth, and Mr. Tribble. Those adult champions taught me a lot about how to succeed as an adult, and they also taught me a lot about what they were teaching in class, so psychology and how to read and how to write, and that was awesome.
Growing up through school, my 2 adult champions were Todd Feldman and Harvey Marable. Both were my basketball coaches. They were always super challenging, super supportive, and always pushing me to strive to do my best in anything that I tried.
Mrs. Rooney at Wakefield School was a great person to me, cared a lot and taught me English. And Mrs. Sandra Medeiros was my 3rd grade teacher, and she also did wonders, always kept me going, always kept me focused, and was just a lovely person that helped me to want to learn for her and for myself as well.
Coach Tyler, he was my head football coach for the varsity team. He really believed in me. He always gave me great advice when it came to not only the game of football, but family and academics. And I'm lucky enough to call him a friend right now in my adult life. And then also Mr. Brown, who was my algebra teacher. He really got me to understand math. He spent a lot of time with me after school, in between classes, during lunch, and that's when I really got to experience the profound impact an educator can have on the life of a student.
My adult champion is always going to be Mrs. Osmer, Margaret Osmer. She was my 6th grade teacher. She connected with me on a level that I had not had before, as far as, validating my love of reading, validating my love of helping and learning. And then it was super cool because later on in life, she became a principal where I work.
My adult champion has been in the district for 21 years now. That's my dad, Eric Reza Sr. He really is just such a great teacher. He's built a lot of relationships with coworkers, students, past students, even parents of students that he's had over the years. They always have great things to say about him. He is somebody that people say they learned a lot from. It's something that I've got to see, every day of my life, and something that I still aspire to be every single day. I always say that he has, very big shoes, and if I even fill them halfway, then I think I've done a great job.
Ryan Tribble was my biggest mentor at Turlock High. He was more than just my teacher, he was also my coach for 2 years, so he taught me what it meant to be a leader. He really exemplified what that meant to me. He led by example. He didn't just say, you guys do this. He really made me see that I was able to do things, that I could be a leader without having to just tell people what to do. It really has followed me into my teaching career.
Amber Hartley and Julie McVeigh, but most importantly, they showed me that a career in the arts and in theater education was possible and attainable, and their mentorship and friendship really I can credit so much of my professional accomplishments to them and their support.
I'm gonna say it was Dana Trevathan. She definitely saw things in me that I didn't see in myself. She definitely gave me the tools and gave me the confidence in myself to get me where I am today.
Well, what influenced me to work here at Turlock High School was the fact that the class I took really gave me a great start in my future career. I definitely didn't want it to go by the wayside, and I knew that I could carry it through the new generation.
I was that kid who did need a lot of extra help, and I had so many supportive adults, and I wanted to turn around and be that for other kids.
So after working in construction, I saw a job posting at TUSD, applied and got the job, and I just wanted to come back and give to my high school and just, give what I could. And now I'm a supervisor, and I have a wife that works for TUSD, and my older son is now subbing for TUSD, and just keeping that tradition going and alive here at TUSD.
What keeps me working at TUSD is making a positive impact on the lives of the students in our community. I got to kind of take in the benefits of being on the other end of it as a student, and now I kind of want to pay it forward and be that champion, be that someone that a student can talk about 20, 30 years down the line and having a profound impact in their life, not only academically, but overall.
I'm very grateful for my position and what TUSD has to offer for its employees. My school sites that I've been at, they've all been really family oriented, and it's greatly appreciated, making coming to work a lot easier.
I've been working for the district since 2006, so going from a soccer coach to custodian, it was a natural fit. I already knew pretty much a lot of people in here. Kind of interesting because they would see me in the morning, being in the classroom, and then in the evening at night with the vacuum on my back. They would ask me, well, what are you doing? I'm telling them I'm working. So for me, it was a natural transition just to remain within the district. And I've been happily with the district since 2005, actually.
I really did enjoy my time here, and I think that I really wanted to be a part of that in some way. I wanted to teach students, and I wanted to help them in the ways that a lot of my teachers helped me.
Maya Angelou has this saying that goes, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. I've always wanted to come back to Turlock because that's where I was able to receive the most support, and for me it was a way to pay forward all of the support because I really do believe that every student deserves that, and also get to work with some of the people that were able to change my life.
Growing up here and living my entire life in Turlock, I just felt like it was where I needed to be. I feel like I can help provide a little history with students. There's a past here, and I can share that with my students to this day. I think that's why I'm here at TUSD. I would not have wanted to teach anywhere else.
What keeps me here at Turlock Unified is the fact that I'm part of the community, and we are given this opportunity to teach these students, to move them along in life. And I feel that that's a big honor and a big responsibility, and I'm very happy to do it every year.
I love my job, and I'm at the end of my career right now, and I can't imagine working anywhere else other than TUSD.
Just wanting to be a part of this community still and to help this community grow, just like it helped me to do.
Born and raised in Turlock, so to work here and go through the school system and now be part of it and to give back to the community for me, is everything.
The transition from going from the private sector, extremely stressful environment, to coming to a place where everybody literally makes you feel like family really means a lot to me, and it makes me want to continue my career here and work long enough to just make an impression. Hopefully people remember who I am.
These were the schools that had helped raise us and where we knew we planned to raise our family. Now with 3 of our own boys in Turlock Unified, we're even more invested in providing unique educational experiences for them and the students in our community.
I was raised in Turlock. I knew Turlock like the back of my hand, and what's continued to keep me here is my family and just knowing the community and knowing this town.
We are truly a family, and I've always said that at TUSD we all take care of each other. Even when there's tough times, we rally together. We continue to be a family. That's at the core, it's at the heart. It may sound cheesy or silly, but there really is the us in TUSD, and that's what has kept me here, and I just enjoy the students so much.
Today we celebrate TUSD. We celebrate every adult who's made a difference for the young lives, the adolescents throughout our community, throughout our state, throughout our world. So colleagues, get ready and listen up. We celebrate you.
Made in TUSD.
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 Made in TUSD.